Okay, you guys, welcome back to another financial freedom video. This is your boy Brandon. So, here's going to be the title of this. Go as fast as you want. Some people can get a black belt in 18 months. Some people can learn a musical instrument, right? The piano or the flute or whatever, right? You can go as fast as you want, right? It just depends on how much time and effort you put into it. Same thing with financial freedom, right? You know, if you want to take 50 years to finally retire, you can do that. If you want to take 5 years to retire, you can do that too. Which one is harder? Retiring in 5 years. Yes, you know, if you have a smaller time frame to do the thing you're trying to do, it's going to be harder, right? You're going to have to put more effort towards it. You're going to have to be more due diligent in your studies and in your practice and your application. So, yes, anything is possible given enough time, right? If you want to learn the piano, if you want to learn how to work on cars, if you want to, travel the world, right? It all takes time, right? And you can travel and see as much of the world as you want in 5 months or 5 years, right? Just depends on how you want to do it. So I just want to make, this video for you guys. And I struggle with this a lot myself, is watching people achieve everything that I want to achieve in 2 years or 5 years or whatever, right? Like they're just blowing me out of the water. There's always going to be somebody doing better than you. There's always going to be somebody with more resources. There's always going to be somebody from a better position. There's always going to be somebody who has family. And there's also going to be those people who have none of those things, right? I'd like to count myself among that, right? I haven't gotten any help from family. I would consider, yes, I'm a white guy, in the United States. That gives me some privileges, right? But I would say I'm not more advantaged than most, that's for sure. I had to work for everything, all of my down payments. I've had to learn all this stuff. Nobody in my family's in real estate. Nobody in my family has any money. Here I am, 31 years old, and I'm probably the richest person that's ever been in my family for however knows how many generations. And lucky me, right? I'm lucky. I've put in work. I've learned. I've grown. I've, spent my weekends door knocking. I've fixed and flipped properties. I've wholesaled some stuff. I've kept some long-term rentals, and I self-manage it because I'm cheap. But whatever it is, right? Whatever it is you want to do, you can do it. You just have to give yourself the appropriate amount of time. And if you want to do it in 5 years, be prepared to work really, really hard. And you still may not achieve it, right? Like, I really started this goal when I was 25. I said, I want to achieve financial freedom. I want to have control over my destiny. I'm tired of having a landlord. I'm tired of having a boss. Well, here I am at 31. It's been, 6-ish years, 6.5 years. I no longer have a landlord, which is awesome. But I still work for other people, right? I mean, I'm a 1099 guy, right? I'm a consultant, essentially. But I'm still working for people. I'm still working for money. But let this loud motorcycle guy pass me here. Because, yes, my car still smells like plant killer, Roundup stuff. So I have my window open. Stupid. Anyways, so I don't want you guys to get down on yourselves, right? Like, I mean, sometimes I feel that way too. I look at all that I've done and I was like, okay, that's great. I have 2 fourplexes in a house. I'm actually here in the next hour. I'm going to go look at a potential flip with a partner. So, I'm looking for flips. I'm looking for opportunities. That might have been an opportunity there. Just an old dated house. Nothing really wrong with it. Just old. So I'm looking for opportunity. I'm partnering with people. I'm telling people what I'm looking for. I'm making it known to the universe, the secret or whatever, right? People are sending me duplexes and off-market multifamily, which is awesome. Obviously I asked them if, the first question I said, hey, would you be willing to, hear any terms, right? If I could give you your price or more. That's that's always the first question. If I can give you that price or more, would you be willing to give me some terms? And a lot of people say, well, what do you mean terms? And, you kind of break it down like, hey, would you be willing to take payments over time? If I give you a decent down payment, you could take the property back at any time. If I don't fulfill my obligation, you get to keep all my money, all the interest, and resell the property, right? So, and there's more into that, but, that's a good way to keep the banks out. That way you can kind of have more control over, the terms, the interest rate, the financing, that type of stuff. So, back to the main point. Just don't be so hard on yourselves. I'm saying this to myself too. If you want to achieve financial freedom in 5 years, it is possible. And I'll be honest with you guys, right? Like if I didn't want any more for myself, if I didn't want anything else, I could stop. I really could. I am living in one of my apartments technically for free, right? Like I'm cash flowing off of that property while I live in it. So my rent is covered. My bills to live are about $1,000 a month. My car is paid off now, so I have the title. So I have car insurance, health insurance, food and utilities, and a phone bill. If I didn't want to go anywhere, if I didn't want to do anything else, right? Like I could stop working, or I could just work one part-time job and have a little spending money. So I guess I did kind of achieve financial freedom within 5 years. I did do that, and I'm very grateful. But it's at the most basic level, right? The most basic level, right? Like if I just wanted to live in an apartment and not do anything, not travel, not go anywhere, not have anything for my kids, right? Like other than what I have now, right? If I was content, which I'm not. And that might be a personal problem, right? Like there's a lot of people who'd just be happy to have all their bills covered and not really have to work anymore. So I'm grateful for that. And that was my original goal. But then I realized just having the stinking bills paid, you can't do anything else. You can't have any fun, right? You can't go to the movies and spend money on stuff, right? So like you need some spending money too. So you need to, you'll get to a point where you hit financial freedom, where you're comfortable, where things are bare minimums, are the bare necessities are taken care of. But that's not a life to enjoy, right? Oh, I could pay my stinking bills. Great. You want more I would assume that you would want more. I want more. So that's why I'm still working, and I'm still growing, still learning, still trying to get ahead. Okay, that might take me another 5 years. That might take me another 10 years. I don't know. But I have given myself a time frame, right? I'm 31. By the time that I'm 40 years old, I'm going to take that whole week off. Maybe that whole month. I don't know. But I'm going to take a significant time period away from everybody, everything, not my family, but, away from work and away from investing in real estate. And I'm just going to clear my mind, and I'm just going to say, okay, where am I now? Is this where I want to be? Do I want more? Do I want to take a year to myself and go do something else, right? Like you need to take some time and think about what truly are your goals. And goals change. Goals change, right? You hit goals, you need new ones, right? They change all the time. If somebody gave me $10 million right now, probably wouldn't be door knocking anymore, right? My goal would have changed. Oh, great. Okay, now I have $10 million. How do I invest that to get what I want? To get the returns, to get the cash flow, right? So I just want to make this video. You can do anything you want, and you can do it as fast as you want, right? There's some people, you pick up the phone, you call one guy that has hundreds of millions of dollars in real estate, you make a good impression on that guy, and he seller finances you a 16-unit building, $0 out of pocket, 0 interest for 5 years, and half of market value. Boom. Instantly, you're taken care of. Your whole life changes, right? One person, one phone call, right? And I did make a video about one phone call, what that can do, one conversation. I wish that happened to me. That'd be really nice. But for the rest of us suckers, we have to work. And that's just kind of where it is, right? And you may have fortune and fame fall upon you. You may not. maybe this video will reach out to 50 million people and I'll become famous. Who knows? But right now I'm still grinding because I have bigger goals, and they will change. And at some point I'll have to decide when enough is enough. But right now, I don't have enough, so I'm gonna keep going. All right, you guys. So figure out what you want. Figure out how long it's gonna take you to get there. Right? You got to have SMART goals. Let's see. What is SMART goals? Specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-oriented. If you haven't heard that before, go look it up. SMART goals, very important. Catch you later.